24-year-old plays too much PlayStation. Good morning, it's Saturday, so let's have a read of The Sun. I think I might make this a regular thing. It amuses me if it doesn't amuse you anyway, but every Saturday I get the papers from my father-in-law, so last week I had a little read. Let's have a little read today. February the 27th, Saturday. Generally what I've found with The Sun is there's pretty much 3 articles that you're guaranteed to get in The Sun. So let's see. First of all, there's always an article damning Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Page 9 straight away, we've got that, looks like. Fresh Prince of Hot Air. That's nice, isn't it? Just saying that basically just saying whatever this guy has to say is just complete and utter nonsense and not worth your time. Although they seem to think that it's worth a 2-page spread on page 9 of The Sun. Basically just damning the guy for just living his life, having a bit of fun, really. I mean, how far down the order can you just live a normal life? I mean, Prince Harry has got to be like 8th or 9th in line to the throne now, hasn't he? I mean, first of all, you got Charles, and then you got William, and then you got William's kids. It's an irrelevance. He's working. Just leave the guy be. But of course, as we know, the Sun just doesn't want anything to change in the monarchy. They like things just. I'm going to wipe the screen. It's foggy. All my hot air. It's all my hot air that I'm spurting out. Yeah, Rupert Murdochs and his big buddies, they don't want anything to change in the world. They like things just the way they are. So yeah, that's the first thing that you're guaranteed in The Sun at the moment. Second, generally there's going to be some sort of article that's damning electric cars. And here we go, page 16 of The Sun. Green with envy. Hybrid motors not as eco-friendly as diesel Skoda. Now, of course, this article is probably right. The really efficient diesel Skodas are probably not going to be as efficient as hybrid cars, especially if you're driving a hybrid car over 30 miles an hour on long motorways, because they just use a petrol engine. But of course, what the Sun want to do here is they just want to link, phase it. The link between hybrid cars and electric cars, just sort of muffle your brain a little bit. So when you think of hybrid cars, you think of electric cars and you think, they're not even eco-friendly, when obviously electric cars are demonstrably more eco-friendly than a diesel engine. It's always going to be the case. So there we go, straight up with that one. And third, an article that's gonna be negative on Europe is generally something you can always find in The Sun. And here we go, page 18. Although, to be honest, I've got to praise The Sun this because they are doing a sort of pro-vaccination article here. But then you get this. Meanwhile, things aren't going so well in Europe. I mean, what is that? Where is that picture? That could be anything. I mean, that really could be anything. It even looks like that's like an airport or something. I don't think that's like someone waiting for a vaccination. The only guy there. Oh dear, so funny. Kate Winslet makes sourdough and gets big arse. That's page 3, national newspaper there, and obviously The Sun's still kind of persevering with page 3. There's no nip on show today. I must give him that, but there's a bikini clad girl on page 3. But yeah, national newspaper, page 3. Kate Winslet jokes she feels like a mattress after overindulging. A mattress. Yes, I've put on a little bit of weight. I feel like a mattress. 24-year-old plays too much PlayStation. That's a story in your national newspaper. I mean, it just so happens that this guy is a Premiership footballer, and looks like his girlfriend's a bit fed up. But that hits page 11 of the national newspaper. 24-year-old plays too much PlayStation. Good to see Jeremy Clarkson taking the piss out of Tiger Woods' recent car crash. Guy's probably not going to walk for about 4 months, but Jeremy seems to find it quite amusing. We learned two things from Tiger Woods' crash this week. One, he may be able to drive a bat, but he sure as hell can't drive a car. And two, crumple zones in modern motors work just as well in the real world as they do in slow motion lab tests. At least he's not damning electric cars this week. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Jeremy Clarkson has done a an anti-climate change article, Mars Puzzle. Let's just say that the NASA rover probes find evidence that there really was water on Mars and the climate change caused it all to disappear. This would be a huge boost for eco-warriors like Greta Thunberg and Sir Attenborough. But actually, it would pose an interesting question on a planet with no Range Rovers, patio heaters, nor gas-guzzling cruise ships. What caused the climate to change in the first place? Absolute nonsense. How can you compare Mars to this planet? And why would anyone want to take their advice from Jeremy Clarkson over Sir, the key bit there, Sir David Attenborough? Man, slightly famous, gets new girlfriend. Lee Ryan of Blue. I mean, when were they big? Like 20 years ago? Why is a national newspaper in 2021 reporting on Lee from Blue getting a new girlfriend? I mean, am I just like completely misunderstood? Do people actually genuinely give a shit about that? I mean, who is your average Sun reader? Because I don't even think it's sort of like, you know, maybe middle-aged women might have some interest in what Lee from Blue is doing that were, you know, teenagers at the time. Are they your main demographic for the Sun? I think it's sort of blokes my age, isn't it? But why would they care about? I don't understand. I don't get it. Good to see the Sun still damning Paul Gascoigne after about 30 years of crucifying this guy in the papers. I guess it's the classic go-to, isn't it? Just, you know, if you need a two-page spread and you're not really sure what to do. Guys, page 15, I'm not really sure what we can do. We need a good two-page spread. Have we spoke about Paul Gascoigne recently? Well, you know, we've been covering that for about 20, 30 years. Nah, you can never stop dissing the guy. This poor guy. I mean, he is what he is right now because of the Sun. The Sun have made him like that, a wreck. The brand new 50p has been released. A brand new United Kingdom coin has just been issued following the roaring success. I must have missed that one. I don't remember that. UK's first ever dinosaur. There was a dinosaur 50p actually. That is worth a roaring success, I think. So, who buys these? Who buys 50p for £4.50? I don't know who's buying these. I really don't understand. At first, I thought it was a new 50p release. I thought, oh, that looks quite cool. I like that. You know, people get really upset when there's new money released, don't they? Oh, fucking hell. You seen the new 5p's? You seen the new 5p's? Tiny. The new £10 notes slip out your hands. People always get so distraught when new money comes out. But if they put a dolphin on it, then I think that'll be eased. To your sort of hatred of Muslims had died down a little bit over the last year because I haven't really been forefront in the news. We bring up this girl again. What's her name? Begums or something? I don't even know. Shamina Begums. What's your thoughts on this story? I mean, I think she's a British citizen, right? And she went over to fight for IS, and now she wants to come back to the country. I mean, my thoughts is surely she should. I mean, she committed a crime against this country, right? So, and she's a British citizen, so let her come in, try her for her crimes, and let her pay the consequences. If that's prison time, then that's prison time. I don't really see what else can be done. I mean, you strip away a passport, what's going to happen? She'll probably just stay in Syria and get even more radicalised. And you know, again, she was 15 years old. I mean, these girls are being indoctrinated by these evil IS people at 15 years old. Jesus Christ, if I had to stand by some of the decisions that I made when I was 15 years old, Your brain hasn't even fully developed at that age. Just bring her back, punish her, and be done with it. I don't know why we're still talking about this. But yeah, I guess the Sun have got to put, a little bit of anti-Muslim rhetoric in their paper. They probably haven't had too many stories recently because it's all been COVID and such. Yeah. And if you're getting a bit angry and upset by the Muslims, just go down Asda and get a £17 bottle of Smirnoff. Or some Gordon's gin or some Guinness. Take control! Gamble responsibly! But if you are going to gamble, please use William Hill. It's who you play with. Graham Norton's still about, still doing things. Graham Norton.